to my channel. My name is Reneé. It is my first video back in the new year, so happy 2023. I hope your year has gotten off to a great start so far. Today we are just going to be focused on gratitude. I know in the new year we have so many things we want to do, focus on. We're thinking about how we want to grow, what we want to attain, what we want. But sometimes I think we just lose a little bit of sight on what it is we have, what it is we already have within us, and everything that we're just grateful for in this moment. You're gonna need some blocks. You can wear some comfy socks if you would like. You don't have to wear socks, but if you just want to be extra comfy today, this is the kind of flow where I'm really aiming for that. And also, I would really consider grabbing a blanket if you feel like you might want to cover up when we reach the end of our flow. Grab your mat and anything you might need, and I'll see you on the mat. Welcome to the mat, friends. We're gonna just start in any seated position or on your knees like I am, taking 3 deep breaths at your own pace, feeling the rise and the fall of your chest, inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling out of the mouth. We're gonna meet in child's pose to get started today, reaching the hands out in front of you as far as they can go, sitting back onto the heels or as close to the heels as your bum can go, resting the forehead gently on the mat. And we're gonna spend about 3 minutes in each pose today. So we're not even doing that many poses today. We're gonna keep things really simple. Now, if by chance this beginning child's pose feels a little intense to you, you can bring the knees in closer together and then bring the arms around and let them come to the side of your body. So that means that your hands will be facing the back of the room, your palms will be up. And that's if this feels intense on the shoulders, or for some reason this just feels like a lot. You can start by maybe even just closing in the knees a little bit to see how you feel. Feel this out, and then once you feel like you've hit your sweet spot, go ahead and just stay in the pose. Let your muscles fully relax. Gently start to find some movement. Slowly come up and out of the pose. We're going to find our blocks. So take both of your blocks. You're going to see the setup that I give you here. We want one of our blocks to go nice and long, so that will be to go up against our spine. And then Horizontally, we want the top block to be basically a headrest. Once you've gotten comfortable with your blocks, you can keep your feet on the mat just like this. You see me also straightening the legs out in front of me. You can also do that if you feel comfortable. You can have the arms just to the side of you or open them up a little wide. Don't be afraid to take up space today. We are grateful for our bodies, grateful for this time we've taken for ourselves, and grateful for all the effects that this movement we are doing is going to have on our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. If you would like, maybe after a little time passes, you can bring the arms above the head, only if you're looking for a bit of a more intense or deeper stretch. If your hands were above you, go ahead and take this time to gently bring them back down. And let's slowly work our way up. Take your time here. Do not rush your movement in between poses. It's okay to move intentionally and to move slowly. Life is already fast enough. We're going to come onto hands and knees. We're going to take that right knee and take it behind that right wrist. Now, if you cannot get your shin perpendicular to the top of the mat, totally okay, neither can I. You can use your block to go underneath that right glute. If you just need a little bit of support in this swan pose, that's totally fine. You can start by just staying up and feeling it out. You're also welcome to come down onto your elbows or maybe even onto your forehead. Wherever you land, that feels like your sweet spot. Remember, in yin yoga, your sweet spot is not pain. Your sweet spot is not pushing it to the limit. Your sweet spot is, on average, about 4 to a 5 of sensation. We want sensation. We want to know that we are feeling something from this movement and from this pose, but we never want to be fighting to hold it. If you feel like your breathing is off, if you feel like you have to fidget a lot, if you feel like you just cannot focus or concentrate because you're so focused on holding the actual pose, those are all signs that you can pull back a little bit. Take your time walking yourself back up if you were on your forehead or on your elbows. You might want to stretch that right leg out a little bit. Maybe some hip circles if you're feeling it. And we're going to do the same exact setup for the other side. Make sure that you push that right leg a little bit further back so that you can really get into the pose. You can place that block underneath the glute if you need it. And once again, just take your time, move intentionally until you find where you need to be. That felt really nice. Any little stretch you need to give yourself, go ahead. And we're gonna grab onto one block this time. We're gonna come on to our backs. Get yourself situated. Feet on the mat. Push that booty up into a bridge, and then you're gonna slide the block underneath the sacrum area, low back. And you can just stay just like this in a supported bridge, keeping the feet flat on the floor. You can also bring the block up a level so that your hips are a bit higher. If you feel like you just need a little bit more for yourself, you can keep the feet still on the mat in this nice supported bridge and keep it there. That's more than enough. You're also welcome to straighten the legs out in front of you. For some, this might be a little intense on the hip flexor, so just listen to your body. If you feel like that's a good step for you, straighten the legs. And another option, which I will go with today, is to just let the feet dangle above me. Slight bend in the knees. If your legs were up above, take your time and bring the feet back to the mat. We're going to lift our hips one more time to release the block and put it to the side of our mats. Let's go ahead into a spinal twist, still on our backs, taking that right knee towards our chest, and then go ahead and pull that knee across the body, opening up that right arm nice and wide. You can look towards the right hand, or you can look towards the ceiling, whatever you're comfortable with. You may even want to close your eyes here. If closing your eyes is not something that is comfortable for you, just make sure to soften your gaze. This feels wonderful on our low backs. For some, it might be a little bit of a stretch or release in your hip as well. Go ahead and take that left hand to gently guide that right knee back to the center, and we're going to set up the same thing on the other side, bringing the left knee towards the chest and bringing it across the body. What we're trying to do here is also keep the left shoulder on the mat. So try not to let that shoulder pop up off of the mat. If you need to place a block underneath the left knee for a little stability, you're more than welcome. Use your props. That's part of moving intentionally and moving in a way that honors your body and honors where you are. we come out of the pose. If you want to grab a blanket, now is the time. We are going to come into Savasana, corpse pose. Spread the feet nice and wide. Get comfortable. You can even bring the blanket all the way down to your feet if you'd like. Taking this time to lay and rest in simple gratitude. Grateful for a beating heart. Grateful for the day or the night or whenever you might be practicing. Grateful for the moment that you are in now. Grateful for the body you've been given. The new year can bring up so much in us that is powerful and beautiful and ambitious and wondrous. And the focus on our futures is something beautiful. To be able to come back to gratitude, root yourself in gratitude, ground yourself in what you are grateful for, is essentially the foundation to all of the beautiful things that we see, desire, need, and want for our futures. So as you continue to manifest, as you continue to journal, as you continue to affirm all of the things that you see for yourself, all of the growth that you want to achieve, all of the success that you want to see, remember that that all comes back to being able to be grateful in the moment. There is so much power in gratitude. As you ground yourself in this power, take the time to let every inhale be a welcome and every exhale be a thank you. Welcoming in everything that's positive. Exhaling and letting go of anything that no longer serves you, grounds you, or moves you. Start finding some sensation in the feet and the hands. Maybe reaching the arms above the head for a beautiful stretch. If you need a little more time in Savasana, take it. If you want to keep your blanket around you as we roll over to our sides, you can do that. If you just need a moment before you sit back up into a comfortable seat, take your moment. I'm grateful for all of you that showed up. Thanks for joining me. Let's take one big inhale together, sealing this beautiful energy we've created. And exhale. Be well, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video. I hope that you have the most amazing 2023.